My question has to do with when you have people in your life that seem to, actually, let's put it this way. As we seem to change and evolve and head more towards where we feel is the correct place for us, but we have others in our life that seem to build up a resistance towards us or a negativity towards us based upon where we're going. A bit difficult to say. We're going ahead and we're not taking them with us, essentially, is what's going on.
Well, actually what's going on is you think you're going ahead, but you're not really going ahead because you're worrying about not taking them with you, so you're not really going ahead. And the reason that you're upset is because you're not going ahead and you're blaming them.
Okay.
Because if you were really going ahead,
right,
you would not notice that they're not coming. You'd be such the allower that you would stay in alignment with who they are becoming, even though they haven't caught up with it. That was so good. We know what you're getting at, but you see what happens is, so you work to align and you learn about the stream and you practice different processes and you get feeling better, and then you say, but those people at work are so negative. And as you focus on them and you feel negative, then it means you've forgotten what you've learned, because now you're focusing on what you don't want, so now you're pointed upstream and now you're not in alignment with who you have become, and now the stakes are even higher because you've become so much more. When you slip back, you really feel it. Right. So you really know that you have become an allower when you can allow them even when they're not allowing you. You know that you have really connected with who you are when you can look at them and not notice their failings or their flaws.
Okay, and how do we do that? Sorry, I don't mean to.
He caved in so quickly. You do that by caring more about how you feel than how you feel about how they feel.
Okay.
In other words, you care by caring so much about how you feel. So what you're really training yourself to do is, no matter what, see them through the eyes of your inner being who always loves them. See them through the eyes of, so let's say that you've been working to get into vibrational alignment and you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You're feeling really good. So it's odd that law of attraction would even bring somebody to you who's not a vibrational match to being tuned in, tapped in, turned on. But then it turns out you're not always tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You just want to be and are often, but sometimes you're not. So you've got both of those vibrations going on. So law of attraction is responding accurately and giving you some of everything that you're offering vibrationally. But you're noticing the parts that are sort of disconnected, because you want to feel good more of the time. And so you get really good at focusing on who you are, and you begin to see them through the eyes of your inner being. So you see who they are becoming, not who they are being in the moment. You see their dreams, not the reality that they're living. And you practice tuning into that, and we'll talk specifically about how, because you want to feel good and you want to be in alignment and you want to behold them through your connected eyes. So now you've really got that down. You're feeling so good much of the time, most of the time. And you've even practiced feeling good about them because you've fixated on where they're going, not where they are. So you're like their inner being. You're over there beating the drum, shining the light of that which they are becoming, and now you're an inspiration to them becoming that which they are wanting to become. And under those conditions, you wouldn't even ask this question because you'd be feeling so good. You'd be saying things like, Abraham, I got tuned in and I'm feeling so good, and I look at my friends and I know what they want, and I give my attention to where they're going, not where they are, and I can feel it so powerfully that now I can feel that I'm a catalyst that is helping them to come, and our relationships are so good. Those are the things you say. But when you're saying, I got there and they're not coming, we say, you're talking about your upstream stance because you're noticing what isn't happening rather than what is happening.
Okay.
So what do you do about that? Well, you can't fix it all at once, and that we can give you a the fastest fix of all is to say to yourself, I don't have the right, say it to yourself, not to them, I don't have the right to make you different or even to decide that you should be different. I don't have the power either to make it so. And you're part of my life. I want you to be. So I'm going to be giving my attention to you. So I got a choice. I can give my attention to you because I don't have the choice of you changing. I can't make that happen. I've tried that. But I have a choice of looking at you and feeling bad about what I see, or looking at you and feeling good about what I see. And I can't count on you to show me what I want to see, so I have to count on me to look for what I'm wanting to see. So I'm going to start making a list of your positive aspects, and I'm going to practice it until it's the most active part of you that's in me. And this is the thing, this is really what you're reaching for. This is the hands-on work that you can do with so many people that you care about. When you care about feeling good, and you find things about others, and you activate the best of them in you so that you're feeling good when you think about them. Now, law of attraction is going to show that part of them to you. But if you're really an objective thinker, so you're looking at their good side and you're looking at their bad side, you're looking at their successes and their failures, you're remembering how they pleased you and you're remembering how they displeased you. So some of all of them is active within you. Now it's sort of a crapshoot. You could get some of anything from them because all of it's active within you, and so law of attraction will just match you up wherever it's convenient. Okay. See how it works?
Yes.
So the better people treat you, the more aligned you are. The worse people treat you, the more out of alignment you are. The nicer people are to you, the nicer you are to yourself. The more people mistreat you, the more you are mistreating yourself. And you mistreat yourself anytime you think a thought that doesn't feel good while you think it, whether it's about you or about somebody else. Want to talk about something specific?
Do you want me to give you an example?
If you want to. You had something very real in your vibration when you sat down with this powerful question. And we can feel that you are a teacher, that you are an uplifter. And we can feel that it hurts your heart when you don't find success at that. And we want you to realize that you are finding success, but as long as any of it's hurting your heart, it's keeping you from the true success that you could have.
Okay.
It's the hardest thing. So many wonderful teachers, their suicide notes, they say, I just can't help those people.
With some of the work that I do, I have some friends that I also work with. A situation has come up, one specifically, where the person that's around me has become very angry with me because I am doing things the way that I feel are correct, and they don't seem to be agreeing with that particular situation or view.
All right, so now this is what a really interesting vantage point, because so you're just being true to you as best you can.
Correct.
And they don't like it.
Correct.
But when you notice them not liking you not being true to you, now you're not being true to you anymore. It's so tricky, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So because you have this vision of what you think is right, and you're doing your best to maintain that vision. But when you're noticing them critical of your vision, now you're not true to your vision. And that's what's hurting you. And then you're mad at them because if they'd stop that, you wouldn't do that. But you're powerless to stop them from doing that, aren't you?
Yes.
But you're not powerless to hold your vision and then create another vision of them understanding your vision. In other words, say things to yourself like, they'll catch on, and say things to yourself like, there's just because I think I'm right doesn't mean they're wrong.